How goes it?
Many people have been talking about our exploits from a couple of years ago when we won the science and maths quiz.
Oh my word!
They were heavily
those were
infuriated by
sweet days of victory.
I think you're the only ones talking about that.
Could you tell him to stop or you fulfill the bet?
Oh, but you are.
Will you stop or you fulfill the bet?
Oh, the Joy Sports Center is brought to you.
Hold on. Ask him. The guy has a bet.
He sold you.
So last year I made a bet with him.
Yeah.
Of course.
By the way, that's a very nice suit. I like your frame color.
Thank you, brother.
The tone of the skin. And you were talking about the
sports center.
Thank you very much.
Let's move on.
The bet. I mean, last year we had a bet.
Yes. Of course, I bet on Ogasco.
You were talking about the sports center.
Let us move on.
The bet about Ogasco, which
Yes.
ended in tears when
who cried?
Akraka.
Who cried?
Akraka finished, and that day Samuel Adami was in his elements.
See, let me tell you something. In the history of the National Science and Maths quiz,
Yes.
only one educational institution has won the West African edition.
Oh my word!
And now, for those of you who know simple geography, West Africa is bigger than Ghana.
So now you don't like Ghana.
I have had a conversation with the organizers of the National Science and Maths quiz to ensure
Are we doing the sports
they
center?
put St. Augustine's College
Officially.
at the top of the ratings when it comes to the roll of honor.
We have to settle
If
the
you
bet
want to
today.
go into this argument, I am ready and good to
Nathaniel
go.
has hurt
That's,
you.
we want to have Bafana.
I want us to settle the bet.
Let
today.
us proceed.
No. Let's settle the bet. Let's settle
Oh,
the
don't
bet.
be like that. It's
I
time
know
for the
I'll have a
It's
couple of
7:30.
phone calls. That is not a problem at all. I'm ready and willing.
However,
Move on.
we need to move on with the Joy Sports Center.
Thank
you very
for
much.
And we have quite a lot of shouts here.
Oh yes, a lot of shouts.
Yes. Let's get into it.
Let's get into the chaotic shouts.
And before that, we are 24 hours away from my mother's glorious 60th.
Hallelujah.
Oh, that's 8th September.
It shall be.
That's my wife's birthday too.
Oh my goodness! Tomorrow will be a beautiful and great day.
It should be.
There will be bunting and
so
and
let's
ribbons
get into the chaotic shouts, and I
Let's
start
do it.
with one from my very good friend Felix Gomashi. Now this is for his wife. Okay, listen. It says, "May you always be happy, and I promise that I will always be with you.
Oh.
You're just a perfect and a special woman in my life. I feel blessed every day having you as my lovely wife, caring woman, and above all, your head up. You hold your head up and keep going in difficult times. You have made me a better person by loving me for who I am.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, Mrs. Gisela Nako Gomashi, on our 18th marriage anniversary
That's
day.
beautiful. That's
Stay blessed." And this one from Felix Gomashi. And you should meet the wife, a very, good woman. I have met her, and I say, she has indeed made you a better person, Felix
Amen.
Gomashi.
Hallelujah.
Because not all women would cope with all your chilling escapades.
You won't quit while you are ahead. Okay.
I
don't know who
am
I'm
choking the guy.
I don't know who I'm speaking to, but a standard has been set. So if, for example, your wife's birthday is tomorrow, and you do not beat the standard,
Kojo Yankson.
I have nothing else to say.
The bet is there.
Let's move on. Let's move on, lad.
Let's move on. Let me continue. And it's a chaotic, belated happy birthday to William Kuju Nuchuako, aka Diplomatic, aka Diplo, founder of Tallman House Construction Company Limited. And this is from Koku Mauli Nanegbe, who is your nephew.
Right.
And also, it's happy birthday to you, Nanayao Educhum. He's the personal assistant to Alan Tremanting, is from Bubune Tete. But there's one from Nanayao's wife to Nanayao. Kojo. Today, the wives and husbands are doing great things. It says, "Sweet. Another birthday means another wonderful year that we have spent together. Another year spent growing and loving each other more. I am excited to continue this journey and see many more years pass by, right by your side and your wonderful children, Kona and Mameya, from your sweet wife, Mrs. Annette Educhum, and the children, to you, Nanayao Educhum." But of course, before I end, it's a glorious birthday wish to my soul mate, Mrs. Alice Quarty. You bring so much joy to our hearts. May your birthday be as sunny as your smile and as beautiful as you. We appreciate your hard work and love to keep the family together. May you continue to enjoy healthy years from your husband and the boys. Michael, Carl, Peter Jr., and Ian. And guess who it's coming from? Professor Peter Kote.
Oh,
Economist writing, putting these lovely words together. You know that, Prof, you do all. And so, Mrs. Alice Kote, a happy birthday. To you.
We
Is
the
it-
Gans say Pite, not Peter.
eh.
Professor
Peter Anyanoni.
Pite.
Peter Gani.
So Mr. Cecil Gabra is also celebrating his
Oh,
birthday.
great.
Transport and road safety expert, Cecil Gabra, sir. Happy birthday. It's from all of us here at the Multimedia Group to you.
All right. Have we done Nanaya Educhum?
Yes, we have.
Fantastic. Happy birthday to Lydia Sharon Darkon of Apex Bank. The message is God has got you. Stay blessed. Happy 46th birthday to Peter Obing Tieku, who happens to be the big brother of Ebenezer Obing Tieku, who's really a member of our family here at Joy, one of our most avid listeners. Peter Obing Tieku is at Cocoa Board Quality Control Division in Sifi Yoso. Today is your birthday. May God bless your new age. That's a message from your brother Ebenezer. And happy birthday to Leila Paintsel of the Credit Card Department at the Republic Bank. We've got more. Where are we? This one says a special another birthday means another wonderful year that we've spent together, another year we spent growing and loving each other more. And this is a message to
Nanaya Educhum, I think it's been done.
oh, we've done that one. This is from his wife, Mrs.
Yes.
Annette Educhum, and the children.
So let me do this one. It's a happy birthday to Helen Zoe Baby Ya Graham of Kitty Graham Montessori, from her mom, grandparents, cousins, aunties, and uncles. And a happy birthday to Wendy Nelly Pokia Sapong, head specialized lending, vehicle and asset finance and mortgages at Stanbic Bank. And it's from Robert of Star Assurance.
Belated happy birthday to Dr. Patience Abo. I hope I've said that right. Of the UGBS, University of Ghana Business School, and Fountain Gate Chapel Gate Pastures. Messages, we love you. All right, let's see who's celebrating their birthday on Facebook today. We'll reel through these ones very quickly. Happy birthday to Ajwa Japoma Efriye Bonsu, Glenda Queen Hayford, Harriet Akogu, Solomon Akwesi, Boahin Franka Kwapong, David Uche, Lydia Darkon, Ernest Osei, Ayimadu the Duke of GH, and Fifi Saki Aqua. Happy birthday to you all. All right, the Joy Sports Center is brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go, as well as Standard Chartered Bank.
Here for good.
Cowbell,
Our
Our Milk,
Milk.
and DSTV. The big leagues are back on DSTV, so make sure you get in on all the action from just 49 Ghana cedis a month.
So, guys, we're living in extraordinary times, and we've been advised several times to stay home and stay safe if you really do not need to step out. Well, at Standard Chartered, we've got you covered. You don't need to step out to transact. Indeed, we've put majority of your in-branch transactions on our groundbreaking mobile banking app, SC Mobile. So, right from the comfort of your home or wherever you may be, you can request or stop a checkbook, transfer money to other accounts, send mobile money, request, activate or block a new debit or credit card, request or stop a fixed deposit. I'm not done. You can actually confirm a check for payment, request a letter or your statement, add a signatory to your account, and of course open an account right there on SC Mobile on your phone. You can also buy and sell government bonds and securities. So there you have it. You don't need to go into the banking hall to do your banking. Download SC Mobile now. Remember to stay home, stay safe, and transact on SC Mobile. Standard Chartered continues to be Ghana's #1 digital bank. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Now, it's been 25 amazing years with you. To celebrate this huge milestone, MTN is giving away 25 of the 2021 brand new sleek Hyundai Sonata vehicles and lots of exciting cash prizes in the MTN at 25 mega promotion. Just keep using your MTN number and talk, text, browse, and use your MTN app, the Pulse app, and the Momo app to gain points and stand a chance of winning 1 out of 25 brand new sleek Hyundai Sonata vehicles and lots of cash prizes each month in the MTN at 25 promotion. Dial *156# today and begin your journey to win big only on MTN everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply.
Tell you what, your car deserves the best treats. Introducing the latest addition to the Total Quartz engine family, the Quartz 9000 Future OW20, especially conditioned and developed for the latest generation engine. Total Quartz 9000 Future OW20 delivers excellent engine protection and cleanliness, increases your oil change interval whilst reducing your fuel consumption. So for optimum performance and efficiency of your car, visit your nearest Total service station and ensure your car is well protected. Join the Total Quartz Nation movement now. Total Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer. Introducing Nathaniel Atto now.
I love that introduction. You know, I could do with that every other morning. And I have to say, you look fabulous. And, you know, I mean, are you also celebrating a birthday today? Yeah, you're always looking like this.
Is Akuna staying or going?
Well, I'm going to start off with some messages that I have on my personal Facebook wall. And the question I just asked is, this is my post. I said, I have read comments from elsewhere. So what's wrong with our current Black Stars? Now, before we go into that, you know, Kojo mentioned Ajwa Japama Ifriyebo. So now she runs Rachel events. We love her so much. Happy blessed birthday. And the Deputy Director General of the National Sports Authority, Mr. Majid Bawa. Happy birthday to you, sir. And we're going to be celebrating with you later on today. So back to my post. So these are some of the comments that came in. Now, lawyer Mark Ben Edua Samoa says they are being led by a clueless coach. Dennis Mensah says there's nothing wrong with the Black Stars. It's those at the helm of our football that are clueless. And then Osajifo Nana Ansa says, Nathaniel, until our local league improves, Fefe Kobo won't help. We need more local boys plus first-class international players to enforce the winning spirit. We need proper inspiration, not average international players, local players. Cannot build a team. Now, Edwin Hugo Pedo says the crisis of leadership is obvious. And then Mohammed Wampene Ibrahim says they should send the court fine to them and they should spend a month in prison. Oh, okay. That's a little harsh. Well, these are some of the messages that are coming in. Varied thoughts from, Ghanaians following that result yesterday. And so you know that Ghana's projected fourth appearance at the FIFA World Cup has hit a snag following the 1-0 loss suffered at the hands of the Bafana of South Africa away yesterday. Ghana qualified for the 2006 edition of the FIFA World Cup at the expense of the 1996 African champions who were determined to stage revenge. Bafana had a clean goal disallowed for offside in the first half and squandered a glaring opportunity early in the second half before Bongokule Lungwane beat substitute goalkeeper Lawrence Atizigi with a low effort in the 84th minute. As a result, Ghana now stands in second place in Group D with 1 point behind South Africa, who now have a total of 4 points. Zimbabwe sits in third with a point, while Ethiopia trail the pack and are yet to record any points. Meanwhile, Siki Akono is admitting that something went wrong yesterday.
To be honest, I was sure that we were going to win the match, and so a little bit of effort up front, believe that, but again, it didn't. I don't want to also push blames on the players, those who came in. They did what they could, but it wasn't enough. We didn't do well in the second half. In the second half, we intend to improve. We are aware that if we could put the ball through behind the South Africans, there will be a chance for us because we were in control. To my opinion, in the first half, we had the ball more than the South Africans, but they were, of course, disciplined. I'm not happy. The other day, we didn't do well in terms of possession, but we were able to win. And today, first half, good first half, but we were not clinical up front. Second half, we dropped with our performance.
CK Akuro, whose opposite, Hugo Bruce, expressed delight in the team's determination, has been speaking. Now, he is particularly impressed that his side defied all the odds to beat Ghana for the first time since the year 2000.
In the qualifiers for the World Cup of South Africa, it's very important that you win your home games. Very important. And every point you lose in home games is something you have to get back outside. And this is always more difficult. But if you want to be first in the group, you need once to have a win outside. Otherwise, it's not possible. So for the moment, we do what we have to do. But we have now 2 games against Ethiopia. So I'd like to win them both.
You heard Hugo Bruce, who's head coach of South Africa's Bafana here on the Joy Sports Center with me, Nathaniel Atto. Let's do some more. And elsewhere, record 7-time African champions Egypt are back on the market in search of a new coach, and this was after the Egyptian FA sacked Hossam El Badri. Now, with some more on this story and a roundup of other World Cup qualifiers, here is Paul Seres with our partners, the BBC.
More from our football reporter, Shojo Saka.
Al Badri had been appointed after the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. He led the Pharaohs in 9 games. 5 of those he won. 4 of them were draws. So he didn't actually lose as national team boss. So you might be wondering why. Well, the performances have been questioned by many people in Egypt, especially against weaker opposition. And it looks like finally that draw in Gabon has done for him. Hossam Al Badri no longer in charge of the Egypt national football team, and they say they will announce a successor in the next couple of days.
The Ajax striker Sébastien Haller scored both goals as Côte d'Ivoire beat Cameroon 2-1 in Group D of African World Cup qualifying in Abidjan. Côte d'Ivoire now top the group following that victory. There was also a late winner for Liberia as they beat Central African Republic 1-0 in Group C. Uganda managed to force a goalless draw with visitors Mali in Kampala in Group E. In Group A, Niger came from behind to beat Djibouti 4-2, and in Group J, DR Congo drew 1-1 away to Benin.
A report by the BBC's Sojo Saka and Paul Seres. Now, in the last 2 days, a story has broken which obviously has drawn a lot of emotion from around the world. And it's the sad story of former France footballer Jean-Pierre Adams, who eventually passed on at the age of 73 after being in a coma for 39 years. Now, Adams was admitted in hospital for a knee surgery in 1982, specifically in the month of March, but never regained consciousness after an error with the supply of anesthesia. His wife, Bernadette, has been hailed greatly around the world for her loyalty and staying by his side through it all. The BBC's Piers Edwards has more on Adams.
Jean-Pierre Adams was a former footballer who played for the French national team, even though he was born in Senegal. And he played for the French national team in the 1970s. He was also playing for a team at the time called Nîmes, which were then in the French First Division. And the reason that his story shot to prominence was because back in 1972, he went into hospital for a routine operation on his knee. But the operation was a disaster. It took place during a strike at the hospital. It was not urgent. And the anaesthetist who was working with Adams did not get her job right. As a result, and to cut a long story short, he was starved of oxygen. And ever since 1972 until his death this month, he had been in a persistent vegetative state, so in a coma. And the staggering thing about him is the support that he received, unfailing support that he received from his wife Bernadette in those 4 decades. So, well, he was one of the very first black players to play for France. He was a central defender and he played alongside the great Marius Trésor in the early 70s. So good were the combination. They were known as the Garde Noire, the Black Guard, but also they were highly praised.
May the soul of Jean-Pierre Adams rest in peace. Let's talk some more sport here and throw the focus on tennis, where Novak Djokovic was again made to fight hard as he beat American wildcard Jensen Brooksby to reach the quarterfinal of the US Open to keep his calendar Grand Slam hopes alive. Now, the world number one overcame a poor first set with a bruising encounter 1-6, 6-3, 6-2, 6-2, and Djokovic will now face Matteo Berrettini in the for a place in the semi-finals. Let's take a listen to Djokovic.
Jensen was pumped. You know, he had a clear game plan. He was executing all the shots very efficiently, and you know, I was really on my back foot. You know, I didn't have the rhythm. I made a lot of M4 stairs, and he was reading the play very well for about set and a half. I think the momentum was changed probably midway second set. We played a couple of very, very long games. I lost my serve, but I rebroke his serve right away the next game. And, you know, after that, I started hitting probably more cleanly, I think, through the court. Whenever I needed a serve, I found the serve. I hit my spots well. But all in all, it was a very, very physical battle, a lot of exhausting rallies, and credit to him for his performance tonight. It was fantastic.
World number one, Novak Djokovic there. Elsewhere in tennis.
4th match point, serve centre of the box. The forehand netted in his game set match. He has been ruthless, relentless and aggressive, and now the 18-year-old qualifier is a Grand Slam quarter-finalist.
Well, and that is how British teenager Emma Raducanu put in another devastating performance to reach the US Open quarterfinals as her dream New York debut continued. Now, the BBC's Russell Fuller has more.
Rogers was nothing like the player who'd been so impressive in coming from 5-2 down in the deciding set to knock out the world number one Ash Barty in the previous round, seemingly fairly empty after the experience of Saturday night. But Raducanu is a very, very cool head, and having reached the fourth round of Wimbledon on a Grand Slam debut, she's now gone a round further in only her second Grand Slam. In the quarterfinals, she'll play the Olympic champion Belinda Bencic. She came through in 2 sets against Iga Swiatek, the first a tie-break, which she won by 14 points to 12. And 2 more men's quarterfinalists are another Olympic champion Alex Zverev, who beat Yannick Sinner of Italy in straight sets, and Lloyd Harris of South Africa, the world number 46, who's beaten the American Riley Opelka.
Well, and just before we go, FIFA is yet to receive, FIFA is yet to release a statement on the unfortunate abrupt end to the game between Brazil and Argentina, that World Cup qualifier, which stopped millions of fans from enjoying the game. Now, FIFA has received its first reports from match officials, which will now be analyzed by a competent set of disciplinary bodies under FIFA. No date has been rearranged for the fixture yet, and Brazil's health authorities have said that 4 England-based players from Argentina had to quarantine, although it did not name the 4. The players with the English Premier League clubs in the Argentine team are Emiliano Buendia and Emiliano Martinez of Aston Villa, and Giovanni Lo Celso and Christian Romero of Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yeah.
So let's see how this case goes. We're itching to see when that game will be rescheduled, so we see that big rivalry, Lionel Messi was so furious.
And I saw health officials chasing these players.
But the big question then is, how were these players, first of all, allowed? Are we saying that the checks are verbal checks? These are supposed to be scientific checks.
Exactly.
So how then did these players, well, let's see what the investigation.
But let's see what happens. But the Black Stars, already people are asking questions.
Charlie.
Yesterday, I couldn't watch.
So
the
you
game.
see, one of the biggest, hazards that we face in this process is that when you record a result like that, you'd have to end up pressing very hard and putting a lot of pressure on yourself in the towards the finish line, and then it will have to boil down to calculation of head-to-head records and all of that. You see, so that's the reason why it's very important to pick up the 3 points at the early stage when you can, so it makes it easier for you.
Yeah, exactly. And South Africa is not in the. This is not the best South African team you play with, and so if you have a chance, you beat them at this time.
And modern football has taught all of us that you don't necessarily need to be the best team to win it. I mean, look at a club like Chelsea, for instance, and on all the 2 occasions that they won the UEFA Champions League, they were not in the best of form.
Exactly.
What is important is when the chances come, bury them. And, a lot of people have been talking about Mubarak Wakaso's goal, against Ethiopia. Look, he struck the shot and struck it well. That is the difference. Someone else would have given a low shot, without much intensity. This one had power behind it. And the goalkeeper failed to catch. So it's as simple as that.
Well, it's as simple as that.
We're not happy. We're not happy.
We're not happy at all.
We're not happy. After missing out on Russia 2018, we're hoping that we could make it. But it's not over. There's still a lot of work to be done. Let's see how it goes.
Well, let's see how it goes. Thank you very much, Nathaniel Atto, for joining us with the Sports Center right here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And still to come this morning on the Super Morning Show, we're having that all-important conversation. We're talking about salary levels and its impact on productivity. You've had that famous government pretends to pay workers and workers pretend to work. This morning, I want you to do this with us, okay? I want you to tell us how it feels when you're going to work every morning. Are you motivated to give your best when you get to work, or you see it as just another of those? You just see it as, well, is there something you're doing, you're looking for that opportunity, and then you live? Is your salary able to take you home? Are you able to live on your salary the whole of the month? Are you motivated to work? Join us right here on the Super Morning Show. Join us on Twitter using the hashtag JoySMS. And social media messages on the Super Morning Show is brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. And payment of custom duties, corporate income tax, withholding tax, value-added tax, pay as you earn, and so on. And charges for other government services have been made simpler, faster, more secure, and convenient on EcoBank digital channels. Whether you're a corporate body, SME, or individual, payment of taxes and levies has been made accessible to you on EcoBank Mobile, EcoBank Online, EcoBank Omni Plus, and EcoBank Omni Lite. Pay your domestic tax and custom duties whenever, wherever, on any of the EcoBank digital channels with ease. You can also make payment at any EcoBank branch or EcoBank Express point near you. For more information, call EcoBank Contact Center toll-free on 0800 00 3225 or email us on ecobankomnisupport@ecobank.com. EcoBank cares. Remember to observe social distancing, wash your hands frequently, and avoid touching your face. Stay safe. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah.